What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there in fantasy land? It's a special episode of the Fantasy Football Brawl. You thought we were taking some time off.
You thought.
But that's not the case. We have to have a special housekeeping episode of the Fantasy Football Brawl. You know, and we want to be transparent, and so that we're letting you in behind the scenes here.
We love you guys.
Unfortunate news. Our man, Lucas Berry, at lberry_40, you know him, the fantasy football man, the DraftKings OG. Well, he had an awesome opportunity. He was recruited by Space Force. Donald Trump is sending him to Mars, using that master's degree in environmental sciences to go to Mars and cultivate a place for all of us to go one day. So, Lucas, it was an opportunity he couldn't afford to pass up.
Congratulations, big man. I'm still here though, Joe. What's my Twitter?
What's your Twitter? Yeah. At 72 Tuve, bro. At 72 Cheap, bro. No, just kidding. Bang, bang.
Nah, fam.
No. Actually, you need to change it to at 72 Tattoo, bro. Bad Tattoo, bro.
Hey,
his excuse
at least the intention of getting a tattoo of his daughter's name was behind, the bad tattoo, and it's valid.
Every batting practice the rest of the year.
It's valid. Okay, it's valid, and that's all that matters. He didn't cheat. He's getting defended by Carlos Correa. If you don't know facts, shut the fuck up.
I don't believe Carlos Correa at all. So that's just subjective.
Well, that's Yankee bias. Let's move on, Joe, because I feel like we're going to get into an argument.
Business to take care of. We're holding interviews for Lucas's replacement. We can't just go get any schmuck to come in here and replace the DraftKings OG, Lucas Berry, with the master.
We love you, Lucas.
I mean, we've got to go out and get the best. And so Joe went around. We scoured the planet for 3 of the best candidates to replace Lucas Berry. And let's get this thing right underway. Candidate number 1, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Dennis Raff, and I'm from Bay Area, California.
California.
Interesting. Hold on. Copyright music, bro? Come on. Don't sing that.
Well, it's only if you hit the right notes, and I definitely did not hit the right notes. So, Dennis, you said where you're from. How old are you? And tell us, what do you like about football? Why should we put you on this podcast?
I am 29 years old, and I'd say the favorite thing about football probably be the cheerleaders. Also, I mean, I like all the points and stuff. That's also great, too, so.
We love scoring points, especially scoring with cheerleaders.
Dennis, I hate to make you feel old. I know you said you're 29, but I'm 19. How would that make you feel, like that, like just the fact that you're 10 years older than one of the hosts?
Yeah, almost like a child, like, you haven't hit puberty yet, so.
Wow. That's a little disrespectful. Thank you.
No, I didn't mean it disrespectfully. It's just the age,
Okay. Well,
once you get 21, that's when,
Okay. So have you ever played fantasy football before?
I have. The past 3 years.
Yeah. And since you do play fantasy football, like you said, who would you draft as your first QB next year? The first QB1. Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, and can you explain in one sentence why?
I mean, both those guys kind of suck. So, if it was up to me, I'd draft Derek Carr. Let's just be honest. We want a real quarterback who really knows how to play the game the right way.
We don't
want somebody who can
only
run it, and so. Yeah.
I kind of stopped writing it down, Joe. It was like at the point where, like, when he said Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson said that they sucked, I was just like, there's a reason why the NFL is out of Oakland right now. Just that made me think. Just, come on.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm just. I feel like this isn't going the right way. I mean, I feel like maybe I should ask the questions.
You think you
Go
should?
ahead. What do you want to ask?
Okay, what do you want to ask me or Joe?
Okay. Let's see. Who is the best tight end in the NFL? Darren Waller or Darren Waller?
I'm gonna go with his teammate Foster Moreau. Seems like a better tight end to me. Darren Waller has some issues off the field, and I think that Foster Moreau is going to carry the load for the Raiders next year. Because obviously you weren't asking about the entire NFL, right? You're asking about just the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. They moved to Las Vegas.
Oakland. They're still
Las Vegas.
Now,
they were the LA Raiders. Then they became the Oakland Raiders. And now guess where they are, bro? They show a lot of loyalty to Oakland by moving to Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. Did the fans move with them? No. Get out of here. Come on.
This is horrible.
It's horrible?
This is, yeah. I don't know if I can do this.
You don't know if you can do this. I'm sorry
Yeah.
you feel that way. I thank you for coming on the show and for interviewing with us because it helps to hear some of your takes. You seem like you have a lot of interesting ones, and I empower you and I implore you to, keep thinking about your football takes. I feel like it would be good for you.
You know what? I appreciate it. Let me leave one last note. Number 1 fantasy football rule: always draft the kicker first. That's how you win. That's why the kickers are franchise leaders in points.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
That's going to conclude this interview here.
Yeah. Dennis, thanks. Thank you for coming.
We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, let me know if I got it or not. I'll be waiting.
We'll hope you have a good night. Yeah.
We'll see you next week then.
Next week, 9:30. We'll be in touch. We'll send you the meeting number once we make our decision. We appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
I anticipate it.
All right. Yeah.
Do you think we should probably move on to our next candidate?
Yeah.
Candidate number 2. Introduce yourself. What's your name? Where are you from?
Yeah.
My name is Adam Stark, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Let's go.
Is that Lions Pride? Is that one pride?
That's not. No, I should be crying, actually. I'm dead inside being a Lions fan. It's terrible. But anyways, yeah, so I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and you guys might know me a little bit better as Everyday FFB on Twitter. So if you see any of my funny tweets, stats, or posts, that's all me, Adam Stark, the Lions fan.
And so the audience should follow you on Twitter if they don't already, right?
Absolutely.
Can you say that one more time? Everyday FFB, is that right?
Yes, sir. Everyday FFB, the site there, the group or person that gives away signed jerseys from time to time. I've given away Melvin Gordon, Zeke Elliott.
Oh, very nice.
Maybe give away one on the show if I make it back.
Sweet. Okay.
Quick
question for you.
Help your chances here.
This is sort of like a preview question for what we're gonna ask you a little bit later. Here's a preview question: Fanatics or StubHub?
StubHub.
You gotta go StubHub. Okay. Well, did you know that we're sponsored by StubHub?
I did not. No.
Yes, the Brawl Network itself is sponsored by StubHub. So that means that our show, the Fantasy Football Brawl, is sponsored by StubHub. And get your tickets at StubHub. If you want to go to a Lions game, I'm assuming, are you also a Pistons fan?
Yep. Yeah. Sadly, Pistons fan. We just
Detroit,
get all our players out.
Rough Sports City. Okay, so Pistons games. Maybe you want to go to an Eminem concert.
Hey, yeah, we have Eminem. That's cool.
Yeah, Eminem, Pistons, Lions. I guess the Tigers.
The Red Wings were good, but now they're the worst team in the NHL. So.
Jeez, what Detroit?
Tigers are also the worst team in the MLB, or one
Detroit.
of them. So
I mean, if you want, I'm not going to tell you to. I think you should probably go to another city and then use StubHub. But yeah,
I bet the tickets are cheap in Detroit, though.
Yeah, but with StubHub, they make them cheap everywhere.
That's right.
StubHub gives you great deals. Make sure to check them out. You can use the link www.thebearsbrawl.com/StubHub. StubHub. Thank you, Joe, for saying what I always say under your breath. But we will talk about Fanatics a little bit later. And how old are you, Adam? And what do you like the most about football?
So I'm 22, and what I like the most about football is the fact that you can play fantasy football and watch football. So it's kind of like a double whammy type scenario.
A double whammy?
Well, you mentioned playing fantasy football. What is your fantasy football experience? What you mean? You played a while, or what's up with that?
Yeah, I've been playing fantasy football for probably like 7 years now, I'd say. I've played since I was a little kid, but I've just been playing with for the first, I'd say 3 to 4 years, I played like on NFL.com against most likely people who didn't use their team after they drafted them, or it was just bots. So it was easy for fantasy on there. But now I'm playing with the big dogs. I've been in the Scott Fish Bowl. I've competed against some of the top fantasy experts in the league, and I've actually started to join some dynasty leagues. So now I'm big in dynasty.
Do you play DraftKings by any chance?
I do a little bit. I stopped now because the NFL season ended.
Here we love our DraftKings. We obviously don't spend any money because, that's us.
Winning money, yeah.
But no, we every week. I'm sure that you caught sight of this when you were on Twitter. Caught sight of us talking about how much we love DraftKings, or us tweeting out the link, Joe tweeting it out at least 6 times because flood them timelines, big dog. Yeah, we love DraftKings over here. Adam, I'm gonna say this, man. You can't join the show if you don't play DraftKings with us, but it has to be on XFL too. Like Joe's been tweeting out XFL DraftKings. I have yet to join, and I'm like feeling like Joe's
You're in the doghouse.
He's gonna try and kick me off the show, but so I mean I'm gonna make it a point this week to join the XFL. Go DC Defenders! I'm gonna join the XFL. DraftKings. Adam, I think that you should too. I think that's a good idea.
Right. If I do XFL this week, then everyone who listens to this podcast has to join with me and us.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only fair. I'm not doing this myself. I need some help.
Our record is around 53. We got that for Super Bowl Sunday after getting a bunch for the Pro Bowl the week before, which was interesting. But yeah, we went crazy on Super Bowl Sunday. Congratulations to Donnie Z again. Love you, man. Congrats. But like in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs, you had a choice. The two quarterbacks that we asked a previous interviewee about, they both played in the playoffs this year. Next year, who would you draft as your QB1? Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? And can you tell us in one sentence or less?
Yeah, that's easy. Pat Mahomes. And the one sentence is 5,000 yard passer, 50 touchdowns plus, and a Super Bowl. So enough said.
What did he do against your Lions this year? Not much.
He beat them. He came out with the win. I mean, the Lions definitely put up a great fight, and if it weren't for those dang refs and some stupid replay and Kerryon Johnson fumbling millimeters before his knee touched the ground.
Kerryon Johnson. No Kerryon Johnson slander is tolerated here.
We love Kerryon here. Don't worry. He's gonna have a bounce back season, and he's gonna be that draft pick that everyone hoped he would.
All right. Well, Joe, I think we have. I think
you make a lot of great points.
Yeah.
We're going to take your answers into consideration.
Should we move on? Do you think that he passes to the second round of questioning?
Well, stronger than the first candidate.
Yeah.
I've got one more candidate, Joe.
Oh, really?
We're equal opportunity employers, so we give opportunities to men and women, all races, all ages, and we actually have a female candidate. So, Adam, thank you for your time. We'll deliberate, and we'll get back to you if we,
Sounds awesome. Yeah, great.
Good. So let's get to our third candidate real quick, and it is ma'am, can you tell us your name here?
Yes, my name is Lacey Gaither.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide.
Really?
Hey.
Oh,
Is there a problem?
Y'all share the same last name. Why is that? Are y'all like brother sister, married? What's going on here? Are you, what's the deal?
We're married.
Oh, okay. So you're Joe's wife.
Yes. I think I beat you a few times in the DraftKings.
Yeah, no, not saying that. And just not. I'm not talking about it like that. No, I'm just saying like, isn't that a little bit of nepotism?
No, that's for fathers and sons.
I know, but like, isn't that like a little rigged, Joe? Wouldn't you say?
Well, we got to put her through the interview here. You ask the same questions. What do you like about football?
What I like most about football is that it's easy to watch, it's fun, and it's something that we can watch together and both enjoy.
That's very nice. Very nice answer. Have you ever played fantasy football before? And what is your fantasy football experience? I know that you've played DraftKings with us, but I know we've talked about in the past that you've played DraftKings. You go head to head with Joe in the family league. So, like, what's the deal? Like,
so I have about 6 years of fantasy football experience, and I have been with Joe for 10 years, so I have a lot of football knowledge built up now. I have helped him build draft boards before and put together that stuff. I'm actually the 3-time winner of our family league. 3-time back-to-back champ. So
back-to-back, Joe.
Yeah.
You never told us that your wife just kicks your ass, man.
Well, I've won 2 titles in this league. She's just won 3.
She's won 3, and she crushes us in DraftKings, man.
I told you, it's a good candidate.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Well, okay. We'll just spin it to the last question here and see how you do. Who would you draft next year as your number 1 quarterback? Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? And 1 sentence, tell us why.
I'm going to have to go with Patrick Mahomes because he did me right in DraftKings this year, and he's consistent and a Super Bowl champ. Can't go wrong.
Guess that's a good reason. Man, this is a tough decision, Joe.
You know what? I think we need to deliberate here. Are we going to automatically eliminate the first guy? Kickers in round 1? Kickers in round 1?
And a Raiders fan saying that Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson suck. I think that's a little much. Don't you think?
I think that's a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. Talking about how Derek Carr's a good QB and plays the game right. Yeah, you love to see him
when Derek Carr is on a new team this coming up year.
Oh, and you love to see him yelling at Coach Gruden, the honorable man himself. I don't know. Joe, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I met your wife before when you came to Chicago. We had a good time. She's very cool. She obviously is better than you at fantasy football. I was joking with I didn't know her, but Joe, I can't lie, man. I think that Adam, we should move on a little bit with him. I think he seems like he knows his stuff. He's got, what is that, 8,000 followers on Twitter, guys? 8,000? Okay.
He needs 8,000 more. Go follow him on Twitter every day, yes. FFB.
And also get us to 1K. That would be nice.
We're close. We're getting close.
We're climbing. Okay, but yeah, I think that it seems like this man really knows his stuff. I'm excited to see what he has on, but I think that we got to get a little bit more questioning in, right?
All right, so Adam is the choice. Adam, congratulations.
Thank you, Lacey, for coming. We hope you have a good rest of your evening. And keep continuing to kick Joe's ass in fantasy football. DraftKings. Rig your draft board so that you get the better team than him. And make sure to win that family league again.
All right, so Adam, congratulations. You outlasted my wife and our bozo candidate, Dennis, who I thought was going to come much stronger. But, so you're on to the second round of the interviews. And so if this goes well, you're going to be in with us. And, I got to have you in every week, giving your takes, bringing your expertise here. So without further ado, we'll just kick it off. This is, as fast as you
Lightning.
can.
Lightning.
First instinct.
First thing that comes into your head. We
Crunchy
need to
or
know.
creamy peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Montana or Elway?
Montana.
Led Zeppelin or Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones.
Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Barcelona.
French fries or mashed potatoes?
French fries.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Sitting or sorry, Joe, I got a little carried away.
Do you like
Okay.
sitting or standing?
Sitting.
Ohio State or Michigan?
Michigan. Gross. Ohio State. Ugh.
Hero or villain?
Hero.
Steak or chicken?
Steak.
Inside or outside?
Inside.
Single or taken?
Take it.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
PPR or standard?
Half point.
Oh!
Ah.
The beach or the mountains?
The beach.
Hot dogs or hamburgers? There's a right answer. There's
Hamburgers.
Cornerback or wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
There's also a right answer to this question, man. And if you get this wrong, this is the toughest question on here. Alabama or Auburn?
Ooh, I had to. I have been liking Alabama lately, but Alabama did take a top Michigan recruit in Najee Harris. Came down to Alabama and Michigan. Chose Alabama. Now he's returning to Alabama. Probably going to win a national championship. Alabama always wins national championships. So, I'm going to go with Alabama. Yeah, definitely pick Alabama.
Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas. Hate Thanksgiving food.
Okay. Right Twix or left Twix?
Right Twix.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
I really want to go back. You hate Thanksgiving food?
I don't know. I'm a pretty picky eater to be honest, but Thanksgiving food, I mean, the only thing I like is like a deep fried turkey. That's about it.
But but if we're asking what's the better holiday, there's 3 football games on Thanksgiving and you get to eat, drink,
Well,
and sit
9
and
times
watch
out
with
of
your
10,
family?
the Lions lose. So it's like a guaranteed loss on
Oh,
Thursday.
so you
I
have
have to wake
trauma
up.
associated with Thanksgiving.
Here
okay.
we go again.
Okay.
So
iPhone or Android?
if I was a Cowboys fan, I might be a little more excited, because Cowboys.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Packers or Bears?
There's a right answer to this one too.
Oh, Bears.
Good choice. Pitbull or Poodle?
Pitbull.
Dynasty or redraft league?
Ooh, redraft. It's my heart and
Slam
soul.
dunk or 3-point contest?
If I could dunk, slam dunk, but I can't. So 3-point contest.
Blonde or brunettes?
Blonde.
Outfield or infield?
Outfield.
Brady or Manning?
I'm hoping you say pitcher.
Brady. Michigan alum.
There you go.
Okay. Star Wars or Star Trek? There's also a right answer to this one.
I've never seen both either.
That is the most wrong answer your answer could have been. What?
Harry Potter.
You've never seen Star Wars? Like I could go
the Marvel universe.
There you go. Pancakes or waffles?
A good waffle definitely takes the cake.
USC or Notre Dame?
Oh, USC. Notre Dame is gross.
Hulk Hogan or The Rock?
The Rock. Kind of grew up with him a little bit.
Fire or ice?
Fire.
Running back
kind
or
of
wide?
a hot take type guy.
I like
running
that.
back or
Running back or wide receiver?
running back.
East Coast or West Coast? I know you live in the Midwest, but choose.
Yeah, I know. I would say East Coast.
Vibes.
Washington or Lincoln?
Lincoln.
Good choice. Jordan or LeBron? There's also a right answer to
Jordan.
this one. Good.
Jordan.
Okay.
Obvious.
Okay.
Drums or flats?
Drums.
Instagram or Twitter?
Twitter.
Yep.
Harry or Ron?
Harry. He's the OG.
Waffle House or IHOP?
I know I said waffles are better than pancakes, but IHOP just because there's no really Waffle Houses around where I live.
Yankees or Red Sox?
One's a cheater and the other team's the Red Sox. So I don't know what to.
They literally both cheated. Literally both of them.
I mean, I guess the Red Sox because they had some Tigers players, and I like JD Martinez, but that's it.
Oh, well, fortunately for you, I know you're not a Red Sox fan, but Betts is on the Dodgers now, so cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Red or green?
Red.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Starting pitcher or reliever?
Starting pitcher.
Army or Navy?
Navy.
Barry Sanders or Calvin Johnson?
That's tough. I'd have to go with Calvin just because I grew up with him. But both are great choices.
Legends.
Sweet or sour?
Both.
Yeah, I'm a sour sweet type guy. I'm a Sour Patch, like the sour sweet and then gone.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
North Carolina or Duke?
I like North Carolina probably.
Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
IDP or Superflex?
Superflex for sure.
Wizard of Oz or Gone with the Wind?
Wizard of Oz.
Celtics or Lakers?
Probably the Lakers.
Rest in peace, my man Kobe.
We smoked them in 04.
Back to Pistons days, the Ben Wallace days.
Yeah,
I was a big Ben Wallace fan back then.
Yeah, back when they were good, knew what they were doing. Larry Brown. Now they're
Guys,
just a
I
mess.
can't talk about late 2000s basketball because then I get emotional. I know this is early 2000s, but 2008 to 2012, 13, Derrick Rose, man, I cry every time.
Oh, he's a Piston now, dude. He's been balling for us. I don't know how a team didn't come throwing their first at us, but, we got him for one more
They
year.
should have, bro.
So.
They should have got his ass off that team and get him a ring. Get D Rose
I know.
a ring, bro.
He should have went to L.A., and I was so disappointed that we didn't trade him there.
Bro, he should have went to Milwaukee, played with Giannis, gotten a ring, make the Hall of Fame. D Rose, man.
The Basketball Hall of Fame
Rose.
is watered down.
He had good knees, man. Whew, what could have been.
He would have been great. Well, that's it for the questions right there. But you had some right answers. You had some wrong answers. Joe, I expect you to edit in a Star Wars clip. It needs to happen because how I know this is a fantasy football show, but you've never seen a Star Wars movie?
I've probably seen one when I was a little kid with like my dad or whatever, but like I've never actually like sat through one and like understood it. I've seen like parts, pieces, commercials, been hanging out with friends where like the last half was on. So I know about Star Wars. I know I could, talk about it for a bit, but if someone wanted to go in a little bit of detail, and I would start to struggle,
Wow.
But I always did.
Dylan will send you the director's cut of all of them.
I always thought General Grievous was the coolest guy ever because he could have 4 lightsabers and no one else did that. Everyone else only had one. Then there was a couple other guys that had 2 or like the double wielding lightsaber.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I think he's pretty cool, but I love Star Wars, so that's what I think. Joe, do you want to talk about your alma mater? a little bit where you went to because I feel like Adam, like we got to know him, but
Sure.
it's time for him to get to know us a
Well,
little
let's
bit.
hear some about you guys.
All right, I'm
So-
30. I'm the old man here on the podcast. I'm 30. I went to Alabama.
man.
Graduated from the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. So
We should have whooped your ass in the bowl game this year.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
No, yeah, it looked good to begin with. We started out with a touchdown. The next thing you know, they threw a pass to Jerry Jeudy, and he made one cut and beat everyone to the end zone.
is very bad.
Yes, right there. That's my man. Shea
He's
Patterson
very
is very bad, and I'm so happy he's gone. I wish Harbaugh could leave too. I don't know what they're doing with him.
Harbaugh
So,
can come be my head coach.
Yeah, you're not-
He
Oh,
can
yeah.
come be my defensive coordinator assistant.
exactly. Yeah, that's what he needs is not the full job.
Yeah. All
He's a
right.
Michigan man. You know. I thought all the Michigan guys loved him.
No, I've met him before, and just some of the stuff he did, some of the plays he called was just. I mean, I know some of it was our offensive coordinator, but it was just such a mess. And it's like, okay, at the end of the day, Harbaugh has the final say. So,
Did you go to Michigan?
no, I didn't. Both my parents did though. So,
Do you know the words to
We're
Hail
raised
to,
into
Hail
it.
to the Victors?
yes.
No.
All right.
For
Yeah.
the most
Well,
part.
Okay, can you give us a taste or no?
Oh my God. It's like the
Go.
hail to the victors of the
okay, Joe. Copyright. Bro, they get you, man. They really do. It's a struggle out there. Adam, I am Joa. It's not like you already knew that, but whatever. I'm 19, like I said. I go to DePaul. I've been playing fantasy football since I was like 12, maybe 11. Probably 11, yeah.
Right on, nice.
Long time in the game, long time in the industry. My friends make fun of me because I do a fantasy football podcast and then lost in the big money league this year.
Oh yeah. Sure.
But it is what it is. I just like talking about football. I love talking about sports, and sometimes even us, like, we get into tangents about the weirdest stuff sometimes, and Joe has to go in and cut out like 3 hours of commentary by us. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not like that. Sometimes, though, we do talk for a little bit on things that are a little bit off topic, but it's not the end of the world. Adam, I don't know what else to say, man. We're excited to have you on. Obviously, that you're the choice. You're going to be the next host, the third host of the Fantasy Football Brawl #Brawl Network. So, I mean, like, what are your thoughts on joining this team, joining this squad, joining the network? Because there's some big things coming.
Yeah, I'm just stoked to, be able to not just do the Brawl Fantasy podcast, but be able to have the opportunity to do the Brawl Lions podcast as well. So, that would be pretty cool if I could do both of those things. I'm just, excited to be here. And you know what? Another awesome thing about me is I'm also a DePaul fan, as my brother just graduated from there 2 years ago. So I am a Go Blue Demons.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, no football team, which kind of sucks, and basketball is not. I mean,
we are losing big time tonight, so it's a little sad. But we were good for our non-conference schedule. We went
the women's
12-1.
team. I know the women's team has been pretty good.
Women's team is very good.
They're usually top 15. Yeah,
they are very good. However, our men's team went 12-1 non-conference, and now has gone 1-12 in conference.
Alabama gave up a 6-point lead with 4 minutes left tonight on a 12-0 run to lose a must-win game at home.
Michigan already beat Rutgers in a huge on-the-road win, so at least one of us is happy.
Oy vey. Okay, well, I don't know, man. Like, we got plans for this show. We know what we're gonna talk about. We know what we want to talk about. I hope that you know what's going on, man. Like, did you watch the Super Bowl? I know that's kind of like, like no one watches
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, but like, did you?
I flipped it on for a minute.
Yeah.
Saw a couple of average quarterbacks, just tossing the old pigskin around.
Yeah.
No, it was a great game, and I had tons of money. I actually listened to you guys talking about the Chiefs and all the overs you guys were placing for your Super Bowl podcast, the aftermath or whatever. And I literally wanted to comment and jump in and be like, "Yep, I had that over too. Yep, I was hitting that over too." But a bunch of them did not hit. As this was, just a weird game in which the Chiefs looked, good, then bad, then great.
Yeah, thank you for confirming what we already knew, is that we know what we're talking about. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, thank you for saying that. And we're excited to, I don't know, Joe, I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what this guy has to say. There's probably a reason why he has 8,000 Twitter followers, because that's just not no big deal. That's more than some verified accounts have.
I don't care how many followers he has. We'll see what he has to say.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a reason why people have followers, and it's not like he's just doing some wacky stuff on Twitter.
Just teasing.
I know, Joe. I know.
You always got to play the good cop when I'm trying to, rip somebody.
Well, the banter will regain itself over time. We did take a little bit of a break.
The next episode is going to be coming soon. We've got to discuss that. But we are going to be talking about quarterbacks, draft-eligible quarterbacks for Dynasty League purposes.
Ooh.
So just to get Adam ready, we're going to go through week by week prior to the draft. We'll go quarterbacks 1 week. We'll go running backs 1 week. Sadly, Najee Harris will not be eligible for that podcast. We'll do wide receivers, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb. And then we'll talk about the tight ends.
Jalen Hurts.
Be careful who you say that to. I'm on Jalen. But yes.
Hey, he didn't do much at Oklahoma, so.
Only got him to the playoff and, did pretty decently. But we'll have an episode on tight ends. It might be pretty short. And we will have an episode on all the defenders. We won't go position by position. We'll just kind of highlight some defenders that we like. We don't talk about kickers here because they're not real football players.
Hey, stop being mean. No, it's true. We don't. No, we don't. We don't care about them.
And then we'll have the draft. And so we'll watch the draft as a podcast and come back the next week and talk about who landed in great situations and who maybe is going to get buried on the depth chart there. So lots of big things.
Always a sad episode, that one is. Always in previous podcasts I've had, that's always the saddest episode, where it's just like, oh yeah, this guy's on a team with a pretty terrible depth chart, and it's just like, who's throwing him the football this year? So yeah, obviously we're going to talk about that. We got some Dynasty League stuff, like we were saying. We got, we're always doing DraftKings for the XFL. Go Defenders.
Doesn't matter if you know anything or nothing about the XFL. It's just a game to play.
Just put a lineup in. It's for free. Have some fun, guys. So it takes out like 5 minutes of your day, and it's just like, what also takes up 5 minutes of your day, Adam and Joe? What also takes up 5 minutes of your day?
Going to Fanatics and buying a T-shirt?
No way, right? It's so crazy that you can just go online for 5 minutes and purchase a T-shirt from Fanatics. Fanatics also sponsors the Brawl Network. It is honestly so great. They give us such great deals using the link www.thebearsbrawl.com/fanatics. They give us such great deals. They give everybody such great deals, but you can get a student discount. You can get their 65 to 70% off, like always running sales, and you can use our link and make sure to get the best offers available for anything, honestly. And they have actual merchandise. It's not just fake stuff. They have the real deal, and I don't know. I love Fanatics. I get a lot of stuff from Fanatics when I have the money to do so. But yeah, we really love Fanatics here at the Brawl Network, and we hope that you guys check them out, and because that supports us, and it also does support them, and we like what they stand for, and we like what they do. So, yeah.
Adam, welcome to the team, man. Thank you for playing our silly little game. We enjoyed it. You passed all the interviews. Wonderful job. We look forward to it. Why don't you close us out for the evening?
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm just stoked to be able to come back and, going to talk some draft scenarios, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. I'm stoked for that because, we got some maybe Tua Taglianova talk of going to the Lions potentially.
Do you want a lesson on how to say his name?
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. I cannot.
Okay, it's very simple. Break it down like this. I watched the video his freshman year, and this is how he explained it. Tua, very easy. Tongue, Vailoa. Tungo Vailoa. Tongue, like your tongue.
Okay.
Tongue, Vailoa.
Yeah, all right. That sounds a little better.
Maybe he was trying to simplify it for the Alabama fans.
He
Joe.
probably was, but you know what? That made it easy on everybody.
You know what I was talking about.
No, we know. Yeah, we're excited to have you on, and as we end here, Adam, we do want to say that we wish Lucas the best of luck in everything because we love him here, and we will always have a special place for the DraftKings OG, and we hope that he does well on what he's looking for, and congrats to him again on his master's degree.
Space Force.
And
be careful out there.
Obviously.
When you look up in the sky at night, you'll know Lucas is out there protecting us.
Yep. From all those Martians.